So I shared a question today on social media and LinkedIn, a few other places, and it was how many of your limits have been created by you? And if you haven't created some of those limits, are you maintaining them? And that's basically times that you talk yourself out of something, that you don't believe you can do something. Someone once told you that it wasn't possible for you to achieve something, and you believe it. And it's become a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. I've experienced it. I've had fear of failure. I've had even a fear of success hold me back and set limits on my life, set limits on how I run my business, how I show up on social media. Some of that is definitely the side effects of a fear of success. And I wrote about that a couple of years ago. I think it's issue 215 of my Invincible Career newsletter. Do you have a fear of success? And some of it is like you don't want what comes with success. You don't want unwanted attention. You don't want the increased pressure, the increased anxiety, expectations, all the stuff that comes along with that. And I know I've faced some of that where it's like, I don't want all of the extra attention on social media and to deal with all the volume. Because any minute that I start to have more of it, it starts to really dominate my life. You know, if you're responding to hundreds of comments and messages, it gets a little bit overwhelming. And there are ways to overcome that. And I wrote about that in the newsletter. If you go to newsletter.invinciblecareer.com, do you have a fear of success? I believe it's issue 215, 215. I share some strategies to overcome that and to push through those obstacles and that fear. But it's something to think about. If you are living with limits in your life where you're not achieving as much as you may have hoped or dreamed of one day, where are those limits coming from? How many of them are true limits that are being forced on you by your environment, by what's around you, by someone else that you can't overcome? And how many are obstacles and barriers and limits that you've put on yourself that you actually have control over, that you could break through if you decide you want to? So that's my question for today, my thought for today. Let me know what you think. Respond in the comments. Let me know if there are any limits that you're facing that you think maybe, just maybe, they're actually under your control.